What's going on my frag heads and said heads? The champ is here and I'm about to tell you what's fragging. So today I bring you another edition of our weekly rotation for our fragrances. And a few of these were sent to me by Instagrammers or IGers, Instagrammers, I don't know, yeah, whatever it may be. I've worn a couple of them already and I enjoy a couple of them. But without further ado, you wouldn't walk into someone's house without saying hi, would you? Of course not. So make sure you hit the sub button, subscribe. I need you to join the tribe. Leave me a comment. I love interacting with you guys. Let me know if you sampled any of these fragrances or what fragrances you are wearing this week. Also like the video because the algorithm is God. We all know that. And if it doesn't see a lot of likes, it's not going to promote the content. So make sure you do that. Make sure you share the video on any social media platform that you have, just in case if you know someone that's into fitness, fragrances, fashion, reviews on anything and everything that I can think of, you're in the right spot. So without further ado, make sure you hit that bell. We can't leave that out. You don't want to miss any content, do you? Of course not, no. So without further ado, I'll bring you the fragrances. I'll also recap the fragrances that I worn last week. So let's begin with a house that I'm not too sure how to pronounce, but I love the scent. And this is by, I believe it's Micallef? Could be totally wrong here. Don't make fun of me, guys. I'm not an expert. I just love wearing fragrances. There we go. Glamour. Now, from what I understand, this is a unisex fragrance. Men and women can wear this. And to my nose, it is. Now, it is a bit perfumey, which isn't bad at all. You know, sometimes you get those unisex fragrances where you're like, okay, I get it. That is the feminine part of it. And that's what it is. You know, you get a feminine part of it. But pretty much what you get in this bad boy is peach. My nose detected peach. I want to say some apple. I want to say some musk. I definitely picked up those three. Maybe even like a plum note. Like it gave me vibes of Lacoste Pour Homme in a way. And that's not perfumey, that's like a liquor note in there, so it kind of makes it masculine. I kind of get those vibes with this fragrance just a little bit. But to be exact, the fragrances in here, or the notes, are apple, peach, nutmeg, cinnamon, and saffron. Those are the notes you're going to be getting up front. The top notes, the middle notes are jasmine, plum, and rose. Base notes are vanilla, cashmere, white musk, and sandalwood. So that makes sense. That makes sense because I do get the peach. The peach is, I think, makes it perfumey. And then you get the apple, but the apple's kind of like in the background. You get whiffs of it, but you don't get that note all through the fragrance. Like the entire time I wore this, I didn't get the apple note. I got more of the peach and more of the plum and more of the musk. The musk is heavy in here. I'll get into that. But the middle notes are jasmine, plum, and rose. Again, you get the plum. You can get the jasmine. You do get that laundry filling smell, which I love, by the way. And then you get the cashmere, white musk, and sandalwood. It is a bit musky, but it's not a masculine musk. So the white musk kind of rounds it out into like this soft fragrance with I believe the white musk and the apple makes it unisex. Everything else is pretty much masculine, but I think those notes makes it perfumey. So I can't wait to wear it the rest of this week. And I believe it comes from a line of Secrets of Love collection, which is like 4 or 5 within that line. So I can't wait to sample those either. But yeah, for the first fragrance to start off with, I'm going to be wearing Glamour. I kind of hate doing this. You feel like a moron. You know, you're like, please. Funny thing is I have a webcam, which I can do autofocus on a lot better, but I prefer doing this. And it didn't last long. So that's one of the reasons why I want to test that one too. Next up is going to be Intense Cafe by Montale. see if I can get it that way. Yep, see, oh, that's what it is. You got to put a background to it. Intense Cafe. But yeah, so worn this a couple times too. It's pretty much self-explanatory. It smells like a cafe. It smells like a coffee note. I wouldn't say it smells like other coffee fragrances, but to me, they pretty much all smell the same in some ways. Some coffee fragrances would use more of a cacao. Some would use more of like a chocolate vetiver. It just all depends, you know, but with me, it's self-explanatory. It just smells like a cafe. I believe it is unisex. I think anyone and everyone can wear this. I would probably wear this like on brunch or, you know, during breakfast times or a breakfast meeting. But to go ahead and read the notes to you, they say it is a amber vanilla fragrance for women and men. The top notes is floral notes. Middle notes are rose and coffee. Base notes are vanilla, musk, white musk, and amber. So there we go with that white musk, which to me makes fragrances feminine. I don't know the science behind it, but just me collecting fragrances and getting my nose on the stuff, that's what my nose picks up. You don't really get the floral notes, but I do think that's what makes this also perfumey, because from the top notes you get like that perfume powder and alcohol blast off top, just like, oh, this is for women, you know what I mean? But it's really not. I guess you can say you get the rose, just a smidget, like not a whole lot. To me, you're not gonna get one of those coffee fragrances where it smells like a frappuccino or caramel macchiato, or, you know, I'm just making up names here from Starbucks, but you're not gonna get like one of those Starbucks drinks. You're just gonna get a coffee shop, hence Intense Cafe. But yeah, the longevity on this really wasn't great, but I think I went nose blind to it. It projected okay, but I don't know if this is something I would want projecting all the time. So I gotta just spend more time with this to see the performance. Usually when I do rotations, it's to judge performance on them. So yeah, that's going to be Montale Intense Cafe. Now those two were sent to me by Instagrammers, IGers, let's just say that. Next up, we have one that I was just doing some rummaging, and found some little baggies. Now I haven't been to like a Sephora, like a beauty store in a long time, but I saw this one and I was like, oh, I love one of the flankers from this fragrance. Let me wear this one and see what it's all about. But that's going to be Mont Blanc Spirit. I got Spirit. How about you? Now, without looking to see what's in here just yet, I really love this, y'all. I really loved Mont Blanc Legend Night too. Legend Night was the first fragrance my old lady got close to me, and she actually started smelling behind my ears. I don't know about you, but I haven't had too many people smell behind my ears. But with Mont Blanc Legend Night, she smelled behind my ears. But that's because I think that fragrance doesn't project at all. But it has a sillage about it that's gonna capture attention. So that's why I really love it. I wanna get it actually. My birthday is coming up, so I just might. But anyways, back to this fragrance. I remember going into like one of those mom and pop fragrance stores and smelling it, and I was like, oh, this is good. But of course they don't do samples. So I went to Sephora, picked up this sample, and this had to be at least, y'all, I'm not even kidding, maybe a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years ago. You see how cloudy and dungy the bag is. Like, it's just been sitting there forever. But yeah, saw it and I was like, let me give it some wearings and see what it's all about, man. And sure enough, bro, I just love it. Like, I get like, I'm not a sweet guy, but you get that aqua, I'm gonna say aqua Ventus. Oh Lord, you know what I mean? Invictus Aqua. You get that. Now there's like a couple releases of it. Some would say, is this year, is that year? I'm not too sure, but it doesn't smell like the one in the white bottle, but it smells like the one in the blue bottle, or the blue juice, the blue aqua. You know, it could be totally wrong here. But to me, that's exactly what it smells like. In here, you get lavender, you get that bubblegum like that soft bubblegum feel. You get like soapiness. It's definitely floral, man. It's definitely floral. It's like a sweet floral bubblegum scent. And without wasting your time, without rumbling like an idiot, because I'm no expert here, bro. Like I said, I love wearing my fragrances, man. And I love telling you about my journey with these fragrances. So these videos are kind of cool, just sitting down talking to you guys. Where do we start? So top notes are grapefruit, bergamot, and pink pepper. Middle notes are water notes, lavender, and cardamom. Base notes are white musk, white woods, cashmere, wood, and oak moss. Here we go with the white musk again. Oh, no, never. Yeah, white musk. Wow. You know what? I think I might have to name this video White Musk. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. But pretty much, man, that's what it is. Like, I do get the grapefruit now. Not from the atomizer, of course, but when I wore it, yeah, that's what it is. It was like a sweet alcohol type feel, which I get from grapefruit. I wouldn't say alcohol, but replace alcohol with citrus. It's pretty much what you get. Water notes, yeah, it is aquatic. Lavender, that's what I was pretty much picking up. The woods, I really don't get. But the oak moss makes it sparkly, makes it jazzy, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be wearing this week. We're gonna call this video the White Musks. Muskegee. But anyways, to recap, what I'll be wearing this week is Montale Intense Cafe, yeah, you guys can pronounce the last name for me. Sorry, I promise you I'll perfect this last name on my next video. By Glamour, Micallef Glamour. Great fragrance. I love it already, bro. And then I've dropped the bag. Let me see if I can grab it. Here we go. And then Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. Yeah, from Sephora. And then we're gonna recap what I wore last week. Let me see if I remember. I think I have a picture somewhere around here where I can look at it and be like, oh, here we go with the thumbnail. Bang, bang, where we're gonna show. So last week I ended up wearing the spring vetiver's, y'all, which Guerlain Homme EDP, Ferrari Bright Neroli, and Banana Republic 78 Vintage Green highlighted. Now, the reason why I wanted to check those out last week was because although I love me a good Neroli, I love me a good vetiver, sometimes they're not good for the summers here in Arizona. Like, you literally fry, you bake. So think about that. In 120 degree weather, do you want to smell like grass and yuzu and neroli? Probably not. You want to smell soapy and fresh, you know what I mean? Maybe a little bit aquatic too. But, so wearing those fragrances, out of the three, I absolutely love Guerlain Homme EDP. A lot of people say it doesn't last long. To me, I think people expect a fragrance to last all day. This is not gonna last all day. It's gonna last you a good, I would say, 8 hours, maybe even 9. It becomes a good skin scent maybe after 2-3 hours. Now, when I say becomes a skin scent, that doesn't mean it's gonna be a beast mode for the first 2 hours. No, it's gonna project well, like people around you are gonna smell you, but they're gonna have to be within distance. Like, someone on the other side of the building is not going to smell you, or maybe someone 3 cubicles over is not going to smell you, but the person walking by you to get to the cubicle next to you is going to smell you for those first 2 hours. Other than that, you're going to have to be within close proximity to smell each other, man. When I mean I got that vetiver and I got that rum note in there, oh my God, it is probably one of the best rum notes that I've smelled. Probably one of the best vetivers too. They say that the vetiver extreme Guerlain has is the perfect vetiver in the world. It may be true. I haven't gotten my nose on that one yet, but Guerlain Guerlain Homme EDP did its thing, y'all. I was in love with it, man. I couldn't stop smelling it again. Like I said, mojito, man. You get the mint in there, and it's not. Now I know what they mean by the toothpaste mint. There were reviews where reviewers would be like, you know, it's minty, but it's not a toothbrush mint. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Now I know what that means because I got to experience this, and then I wore another fragrance. By the way, I'll cover later. Or another fragrance that was mint, and I can totally tell the difference. Now this is a spicy mint, so maybe that's why I didn't pick up that mint that I got from the other fragrance. But yeah, man, if you, I need to get a bigger bottle of Guerlain Homme EDP. Like literally, that'd be one of those fragrances that'll just be in my collection always. Great. And then next we have Ferrari Bright Neroli. A cheapie. You know, I think I bought $20 for it, or paid $20 for it. Saw it in a whole bunch of summer cheap lists. Again, I would probably wear it in spring just because of the heat here. I want to smell different. But also a great fragrance. Now, it didn't project well, like at all. I think after an hour, I just couldn't smell it. But it was there. Don't get me wrong. Like as soon as I put my nose close, like I got it. Like I didn't have to dig my nose in my skin to smell it, but I did have to like try to find it. So it's one of those fragrances where you're like, oh, there it is. There we go. And it's gonna be one of those fragrances like you can go heavy on the trigger. It's not gonna annoy anyone. You're just gonna smell like grass. People say the main player is Neroli, which I get more of the vetiver in here, but you do get Neroli, which to me smells like a orange citrus in a way. It's still great, despite the hiccup I had in the video. Like in that video, the bottle started to leak from the atomizer. I was told it was the oils drying out, which is kind of funny because when you do spray Ferrari Bright Neroli, it shines, it glimmers on your skin. So I do think it's EDP concentration. I could be wrong, but it does shine, y'all. And it does smell gentlemanly. Like I would definitely wear this like dressed up to work. Perfect place to wear it. Like I said, it's inoffensive. No one's gonna really detect it, but when they do, you're gonna just smell like citrus, you know, like a citrus, like a summer day, you know? You're having a barbecue outside and there's fruit, the kids are playing in the grass. You get those type of vibes. Now, how does it equate with Ferrari? I'm not too sure, but I would assume that it is like a Ferrari with the top down, you know what I'm saying? And you just cruising. That's what it gives me, like just those vibes. Projection wasn't great either. Literally, I would say maybe 6 hours, if that I got from it. I stopped detecting it after an hour, and then even getting close to the scent, I just couldn't smell it a lot. Now we're on to Banana Republic 78 Vintage Green. Good fragrance, man. You know, it's pleasant. I'll say that about the fragrance. But there's something in here that just, it bothers my nose. I'm not too sure what it is. It's just something in there. I don't know if it's the alcohol. I don't know if it's something synthetic, but it's not a loud projector. But once I spray it on my skin, it becomes loud to me. Like it's just all up in my nose. I'm like, what is that note, man? Like it's not the vetiver or anything in there. It's not the green leaves. It's not the fig. And I just got to spend more time with that fragrance. It is one of those fragrances I would probably wear just chilling around the house, running a quick little errand, you know, a nice little pick me up for a Netflix and chill. You know, just hanging out, like nothing special, man. You know, it's a little cheapy as well. I don't think it's gonna wow a lot of people. I do think people are gonna say it smells good. I've actually gotten a compliment on it. Not a compliment wearing it, but a compliment when I had somebody smell it actually, and they liked it. So it's definitely a good fragrance to pick up. I would say it lasts about 6 hours. It's moderate. You're not gonna get all day with it, but it did last me a good 6 hours, man, and I enjoyed it. Like I said, it was one of those pleasant scents. I believe that lineup was just pleasant, man. Like that was one of those lineups where I wasn't like, you know, I'm getting bored, right? I think sometimes when we wear fragrances, we get bored. At least I do, where I'm like, okay, boom, I'm gonna wear this week, or I'm gonna wear this month, and then maybe like a couple days of of that lineup or just a couple weeks of that fragrance, you're like, nah, I'm not getting these. Like these fragrances, I feel like I can just grab them, throw them on, and go. I can put them in my bag, go. I can get whatever I want from these fragrances. If I wanted compliments, I'm gonna get them. If I want to be office friendly, it's gonna be that. If I want Netflix and chill, it is going to be that. But it's not gonna be something for the club. None of these are gonna be for the club. I mean, you can if it's like a scaled back like event maybe, but not a club. Like you're going dancing in your 20s, this is not gonna work for you at all. But if you're a little bit older or you're more in a chill back scene, these will work perfectly. But with that being said, I've already wasted, 20 plus minutes of your life. But if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you. And make sure you do all the YouTube stuff, right? Make sure you subscribe to the video or subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment on the video. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. I need all the loves, man, the feels. You're part of the tribe now. Don't you feel it? With that being said, do not waste your time. Do not give up until you find all solutions to the problem or thought about all solutions to the problem, because this world is something that beat us down into losers and quitters, and we are not that tribe. With that being said, peace and blessings.